That tastes like egg. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the COLES Christmas range in Australia in 2020. So I recently did a video on the Woolworths Christmas range and you guys all really enjoyed it. So I decided to do one on COLES as well because, you know, this is a fun video for me, honestly. Like, ever since I did the Woolworths one, I've been super keen to do a COLES one, and seeing your reaction to the Woolworths one made me just so happy and keen to do this one. So here we are. I'm going to quickly run you through all of the products I have here, and then we'll go into tasting them all and I'll let you know my review. So if you are new here and you haven't already, it would really mean the world to me if you could hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it, and I'm actually nearing to 1,000 subscribers, which has been my goal for a really long time now. And it's really exciting that I'm almost there, so thank you all so much if you've already subscribed. Yeah, I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to growing this channel more and seeing where it takes me. But with all that said, let's jump straight into it. So for starters, I bought these two little things that I found in the freezer section, and they both had a little new tag on it, so I guess it's new. It's not specifically in their Christmas range, but I thought these kind of things would be really helpful to, you know, take to a little Christmas gathering as an entree, or even just, you know, have at home as a starter before the main meal is like served, or even you can have this with your main meal. Anyway, today I'm gonna have it as a starter because I just thought it would be fun. This one I'm kind of a little bit nervous for because I've never actually eaten real pork belly in my life, so I don't even know if I'm gonna like it, but it just seemed really interesting. So it's meat-free pork style belly bites. It's made from jackfruit, king oyster mushroom, soy protein, soybean. Then it has quite a few other random ingredients, like there's sesame oil, there's white pepper, paprika. It does have some like nice sounding spices in there. There's ginger, chili powder, that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll see how they go. They just need to be heated in the oven for about 12 to 14 minutes. Then we have these crumbed Asian style jackfruit bites. So another little starter thing. They're mostly made from wheat flour and jackfruit, and then there's some veggies in there and some spices and stuff. And they also need 12 to 14 minutes in the oven. So I'm gonna put these in the oven and we'll taste those first. Then onto the main, I got my hands on the plant-based Christmas roast from COLES. So I have heard a lot about this online, and most people like it, but they do say that the sauce that comes with it isn't that great. So I have thought ahead and I decided to also pick up this vegan gravy from COLES. So I'm going to serve that with the roast. Hopefully it tastes as good as people have written online. I will let you know what I think and give a full review of that. Then for a side dish, I decided to do something that's just super convenient, so there's no prep required really, which is I bought this deli style quinoa tabbouleh salad, as well as some baby spinach and rocket, and I'm just gonna mix this up into a little salad. Everything that I'm having here today is like basically no prep. You just have to heat it up or mix it together, which is really good and convenient if you're taking this to go somewhere and you're low on time, or you know, you just don't want to have to prep a big meal. Like, all this is just ready for you, so it's great. Then for dessert, so I found a couple of cool things for dessert. So one of them is this vanilla sponge pudding. It is fully vegan. It says it's a light and fluffy vanilla flavored sponge cake with rich chocolate flavored sauce. So I'm keen to try that. It's also a part of their Christmas range, so, you know, getting in the spirit. And then I thought I have to get some kind of like fruit mince pie or fruit pudding, and I found that these gluten-free COLES fruit mince pies are in fact vegan, so I'm keen to try these and let you know how that goes. And then to end it all off, I just bought some strawberries, pretty standard, obviously not like a Christmas special, but I just thought they would go really well with the vanilla sponge cake and, you know, bring a bit of like healthiness into this. So that is all the things I bought. It came to, honestly, like, it was pretty expensive. I think it was around $55 or $50. for all this stuff, but you know, it wouldn't just be serving one person. Like this roast is meant to serve 5 people. The salad that I'll make would at least serve like, you know, 3 or 4 people. These each have like 8 servings per packet. So, and this has 4. I think this is probably 4 as well. So this would all serve at least 4 people. So, you know, 55 divided by 4 is like, I don't know, around $11, $12, what is it? You know, it's not that much per person for this whole big Christmas feast. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I'm really keen to try all this stuff. I will see you guys shortly when I have cooked these. Alrighty, so I just quickly wanted to show you what they look like when they are frozen still. So this is how they look in the packet. There are 8 in each packet, and they are just, you know, frozen, and you heat them up just from frozen. So it's very simple, quick and easy. These pork style belly things look so funny. I was very skeptical of how that was going to turn out, but you will see that shortly. So I've popped them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. And then here we have the Christmas roast. I also wanted to show you what this looks like. So on the packet, it just says that you need to cook it in the oven for 45 minutes. So that's pretty standard, all good there. And the ingredients, there is a long list of ingredients, and you know, I obviously prefer more simple ingredient things, but this does taste really good. And I mean, it's not like you're having it every single day, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So all you have to do here is just, you know, cut it open, and it looks a bit funny, like it looks a bit, you know, plasticky, I would say, but it definitely doesn't taste plasticky once you've cooked it and eaten it. So yeah, that is that, gone into the oven for 45 minutes. And now magically it's about 15 minutes later, and here is my entree. As you can see here, we've got a nice crispy, crunchy outer layer, and it's nice and golden brown. Alrighty guys, so we are back with our cooked little entrees. So I gotta tell you, like, I am very suspicious about these pork belly bites. Like, what is this, like, just, like, they've got a skin, it comes apart from, like, the fat bit. Anyway, I'm gonna try each of them without any sauce, but then I also have some barbecue sauce here because barbecue sauce makes everything better. I kind of want to try this skin bit that's like, oh, it's weird to say skin, but anyway. That tastes like egg. That's really weird. That skin thing 100% tastes like fried egg whites, which is really weird. I haven't had like fried egg whites in ages. Anyway, now I'm gonna try this part. It's so weird. The white bit on its own, like, I mean, I've never had like fat, like animal fat before, so I don't really know. It kind of tastes like a little bit floury. And then this part, which I guess is like the pork part, has a lot more flavor in it. It's very interesting. I mean, I don't think I would buy it again, but it's not bad. Like, it's actually like decent. I'm gonna try the jackfruit bites now. That's pretty good. I like that, but I think it definitely needs sauce, that one. The jackfruit one, like the outer layer tastes like a chicken nugget, and then the inside is like soft with flavoring, so it's good, but it definitely needs a sauce. Whereas this like pork belly bite, I feel like you could eat this without sauce. Like, it has a lot of flavor in there. Honestly guys, it's like really interesting. I don't quite know if I like it. It's very like greasy, like my lips and my hands feel very greasy now. So if you're not into like greasy foods, I would say you wouldn't be a big fan, but the flavor actually is really good. Like, if I'm comparing it to, in my last video, the Woolworths Christmas range, when I tried those little tarts, they were very plain, whereas this stuff is actually very flavorful. So I think it would be, like, it's good as an entree. I just don't know if I would particularly go and buy it again. But for what it is, like it's pretty good. I think I had mine in the oven for 14 minutes and I still think it could go for another couple of minutes. So maybe cook yours for like 15 minutes rather. But anyway, in terms of the rating, it's really hard to know. Like I think I'm gonna rate the pork belly bites like an 8 out of 10. Like they are very greasy, but they do have a really good flavor, like especially the bottom bit. I'm not super mad about like the white bit. I don't know, it's not that great. Like it just kind of tastes a bit bleh. But the actual like pork part, like the meaty part, that has a really good flavor in it. So yes, I'm gonna rate this a 7.5 out of 10. Did I say that? I think I said 7 or 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. And then I'm gonna rate these like a 6.5 out of 10. It's just like, I don't know, the outside tastes really good, but I mean, any batter really tastes good, I think. So let me have another bite. If you look inside, like it actually does have like quite a nice like texture and flavor. Actually, I think I'm just gonna rate them both a 7. Like they're both good flavors, but just like not anything, I don't know, like they actually are pretty good. Maybe 7.5 for both. Okay, 7.5 for both, decided. I think they're tasty, but like personally, I don't think I would go and buy them again. Yeah, that's my review. 7.5, they've got good textures, good flavors, but I just personally wouldn't necessarily go buy them again. So they're gonna get a 7.5 out of 10. But if you're someone who like used to love pork belly or like loves fried stuff, then I think you would rate this more, that's chai up there. Anyway, I think you would rate this more like a 9 or 10 out of 10 because it does have a lot of flavor and it is really interesting and creative. So yeah, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. But if you are like, yeah, for you it might be higher, so I guess you have to try it and decide if you really like it. But for me personally, it's getting a 7 out of 10. Alright, so I have my roast in the oven, but it still has about half an hour to cook, so I'm going to go and do some other stuff and I'll be back here in half an hour. Bye! So here I'm just putting together the little side salad. So I'm just putting in, you know, most of the packet of that spinach and rocket mix, as well as all of that quinoa tabbouleh salad. Then you want to just give it a good stir around, and all of the sauce and like dressing from the tabbouleh salad kind of mixes through with the leaves, and then you get this really yummy salad dressing. So this is what the roast looks like after 45 minutes in the oven. It is quite hot, so be careful. And all I'm gonna do here is just slice it into a few slices. It's kind of like cutting bread in a way, but it's obviously like a thicker, denser, meatier bread. And yeah, it is really nice and hot, and it has like a nice crunch on the outside. Like I really enjoyed the end piece. I didn't really mention this in the review, but I did really like the end piece because it was nice and kind of crunchy. But this is how it looks, super tasty, super warm, and yeah. So I'm serving it with some of the salad, and then I've also heated up both the gravy and the tomato chutney that comes with it. So I decided to put one of the sauces on one slice and then the other sauce on the other slice. So firstly, here we have the gravy, and then this is the tomato chutney. Alrighty guys, so the roast has finished cooking. I have got my quick and easy salad here, and it's time to give it a taste test. So as you saw, I have both the tomato chutney that comes with it and the gravy, so we're gonna try those. I've got a little bit here of the roast on its own, so I'll try that first before I try any of the sauces and see how that tastes. It's actually surprisingly good. I actually really like it. Okay, now I'm gonna try it with the tomato chutney thing that comes with it. I like that. It's like, the chutney's quite sweet, so if you like sweet things, you'll like this sauce. It's like a sweet tomato chutney. It's really nice. Now I'm gonna try it with the gravy to see the difference. It's nice too. I feel like if you made your own gravy, it might be slightly better than this gravy. Like this gravy is good, but it doesn't really have like a depth of flavors that you would traditionally want in a gravy. So I think personally I actually prefer the tomato chutney that comes with it, because I think it just kind of adds to the flavor of it. This is like, I guess, quite a salty roast in itself, so the sweetness of the tomato chutney kind of balances that out, whereas the gravy is also like a bit salty, so it's just overall a bit too salty for my taste buds. But with the chutney, it like balances it out, and I think it tastes really good. But I mean, they both taste yummy. Like if you gave me this, I would 100% eat it. I think I'm gonna rate this roast honestly like a 10 out of 10. Like it's really good, and it's perfect for Christmas. Like if you're at a Christmas gathering, or even if you're just home with your like small family or whatever it is, or even if you're just like home alone, like this roast is really good, and it really gets you like, I feel like it's really festive, and it's like perfect with any other sides you'd have. Like if you had roast potatoes, roast veg, it would just be really nice and like a really nice centerpiece to your meal. It's also like really convenient. All you have to do is put it in the oven for 45 minutes. And I guess that is like kind of a long time, but I mean, if you think about, you know, roasting meats and stuff, it would take just as long. So yeah, I think this is a really good option. I'm gonna rate it 10 out of 10. As for the salad, wait, let me try the salad on its own. I really like the salad because the tabbouleh gives all the leaves like a nice dressing, because it already has like a lemony kind of dressing on it. So yeah, it's just like you can buy this little tabbouleh salad and then make it into a really big salad by just adding in those fresh greens. So I think that's like a really winning option. It's so simple and easy, and I'd probably rate it like an 8 out of 10 because, you know, it's nothing like revolutionary or like super amazing tasting, but it's so quick and easy and affordable. And yeah, it also like looks really Christmassy. If you can see my plate, like got the green and the bits of tomato, so a bit of red in there, so it's nice and Christmassy looking. Along with the roast, I think it works really well. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the roast, 8 out of 10 for the salad. I will see you guys soon at dessert time, and I'm gonna finish this all off, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Alrighty, so now onto the dessert. Here is the vanilla sponge pudding. It just comes in this little plastic tub, and here you can see the ingredients. It has a lot of ingredients, but you know, it is a cake, it is a pudding, Christmassy thing, and it's not the healthiest, but it is quite delicious, as you will soon find out. And yeah, all you have to do to cook it is to just put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and that just heats up the cake and gives it this nice chocolate sauce. And then to serve with it, I just have some regular strawberries here, just, you know, add a bit of fruitiness and lightness to this dessert. And here are the gluten-free mince pies. So obviously really handy if you have someone who's also gluten-free at your family event. You know, this can service the gluten-free people and the vegan people. Or if you are gluten-free and vegan, there you go, 2 in 1. And this is what it all looks like. So I'm just going to serve it up into 2 servings. My boyfriend is going to try some as well. And he might pop in for a quick review, but let's see. Alright, so I'm back with the final course. We have our dessert. So first off, I'm going to try the vanilla sponge cake thing. It's actually really nice. It's very like fluffy, and it kind of tastes slightly coconutty, and then the chocolate sauce is nice and warm because it just warmed up in the microwave. So I think I'd rate this like a 8 out of 10. It's very tasty. Yeah, it's nice and light and fluffy, and it's really convenient because, you know, you just have to heat it up in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and then it's nice and warm. It'd also be really good with ice cream, I would say. But yeah, I'm gonna rate this an 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll try this one as well, the fruit mince pie.
Hadn't you already tried it? Would you rate the cake?
I rate it an 8.
It doesn't taste too sugary.
Yeah, I quite like it. I prefer the cake to the fruit mince pie. Actually, let's rate the cake a 9. I think I rate the cake a 9 out of 10 and the fruit mince pies an 8 out of 10 because the fruit mince pies are good, but I guess I'm just not a big fruit mince pie person, so...
I'll go the other way around.
Really?
I love fruit mince pie.
I'm gonna finish my pastry. I just find it's like a bit overly sweet, whereas the cake is like nice and subtle and yummy. And then, you know, of course strawberries are gonna be good. Palate cleanser. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have found it helpful in some way. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to try out any of the things I've had today. I would highly recommend the Christmas roast. Like, I'm actually so looking forward to my next meal when I can have it as leftovers because I really enjoyed it. And this vanilla sponge cake is surprisingly good. Like, I did not think I was going to like this so much. I was very hesitant. I thought I was going to prefer the fruit mince pie. So I recommend that one as well. And then obviously those starters, I mean, I kind of recommend them, but I personally wouldn't really buy them again. I guess it depends on your personal preferences. But I would say my top 2 favorites from this whole haul were definitely the cake and the roast. And with all that said, I hope you guys are safe and well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!